Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with a paper crafting YouTuber's hop, Going Green, and I'm combining that with my Scrap-A-Sketch creative team layout for today. This is the layout that Lisa Sikorsky has created, or the sketch I mean, and I love the weave pattern, and I am charged with taking the phrase going green and using it how I want. And so I haven't decided, because I have two pictures, if I'm going to turn the sketch or not. But going green, I will explain the pictures, but it has to do with my sweet boy and his big, big heart. I have some off-white background paper because the paper that I want to use for my strips has got a background of off-white. So I have these two papers. I don't know where this one is from, but the one with the globes on it is America Crafts. But this other one was just in my stash, which, hey, that's my goal for this year, is to use up loose paper. So I'm doing good so far. I have 3 Flair from the Flair Hut, from different collections. And then I have these 2 embellishments. No clue. I think, well, I couldn't even venture to guess. And then these other loosey-goosey little embellishments. And then this sticko, this was a recycling kind of thing, so I knew I could use some things off of there. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments and Flair, I have these 2 super cute pictures, and this awesome sketch by Lisa. So let's see how this goes. So I cut all of these strips in 1 inch. So I cut some from this paper and some from the globe paper, to where I have enough. I'm kind of building it loosely to the side, so I know that I cut enough of the paper strips. And I keep turning this paper because I want to make sure it has some of that green leafy bits on there and not just the blue. And so I'm going to start by tacking down the bottom of the globe paper and the top of the other one, so that I can lift and maneuver. I have made many mistakes when it comes to creating weaved patterns on a layout, where I tack them all down on the same side and then I end up with a wonky woven pattern. I can't even talk. So, and then I have like a 6-inch strip to go from, it's going to be from left to right once I turn the page. So I just alternate, and I really do love the way this turns out. When I was picking these papers, I kept looking at it going, no, this isn't right. The first paper I picked was this globe paper. Well, not really the first, but the first one I had decided on officially was this globe paper. And then I found this really cute duck paper by Recollections that was almost identical colors. And I thought, oh, well, this is perfect. But they were ducks. And while that's nature and part of this is about saving the world, it's not exactly what I was looking for. So I ended up putting it back and finding this other blue paper in my loose stash of, I don't have enough of a collection or a brand, and I just have them organized by the color. Like this was in blue paper. And so I used to do things in themes, but then there were way too much, anyway. So this is what's working for me now, although I'm not using my paper as much as I should, so we'll see. So these 2 pictures of my kiddo, I am using the papers from the strips to mat them, and I am going to ink around the globe paper so it stands out against that off-white matte stack that's 4.5 by 6.5. So these 2 pictures are my son. He had gone into the kitchen and saw that his dad had put a Gatorade plastic bottle in the trash can, and he came out and he told me that he had rescued this bottle from the trash can because we need to recycle it, because recycling is better for our environment and it'll help us save the planet. And I said, Jay, that is so smart. I said, where did you learn that? And he said, I learned it from, he called his teacher by her name. He said, I learned it from my teacher. I listen sometimes. I love that boy so much. And this was the summer after first grade when he had this absolutely amazing teacher who I have talked about many, many times, not necessarily by name, but anyway, he adores her currently. She works in the school that I am now at, and anyway, so she taught him lots of things. And what he had learned that April for Earth Day was that they needed to recycle. And so this was in the summer. So he was still holding on to that knowledge and was saving the planet one bottle at a time by rescuing this Gatorade bottle his dad had put in the trash. And so I thought these were super cute. So I took his picture and sent it to her. And she, of course, sent me a response about how much she loved him and stuff like that. So I just, bless. He's such a good kid. Anyway, so I figured today was a great day for documenting these pictures since it is his birthday. And I do have another layout of him going up today for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And that will be honoring him and his birthday with an amazing sketch that I love. So I am super excited to have gotten a couple of sketches of this kiddo done for today. So I have I had two bushes. I think these are probably either Mambi or K and Company or something. They seem along those lines. I had obviously used the rest of them, but had these two left. So I love getting things used up, makes me happy. And so I love putting the way I can determine whether or not something's going to look right without risking it getting stuck down or tearing up the picture or tearing up the paper is I put it on this piece of acetate and then I set it where I want to put it because obviously I can see through it. And so even after I did that, I still fought with trying to figure out where I wanted to put this dang thing. I swear. So I get those down. I really kind of wanted to put it over at the bottom where I put that other new baby tree, but I thought it would look weird having both of those same type of trees right next to each other. And so I am happy with the way that it turned out. And so now I am going to use some of these embellishments from the recycling sticker sheet. I don't know why I bought that. If I bought that, if it was something that came in like a Facebook marketplace or I don't know, but I, for the first time about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, used the recycling on there. Or maybe it was last summer when I did Disney. Gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, I found a reason to use the recycling thing. And so now I wish I hadn't because it would be perfect for this. But this leafy thing that I just put down says Living Green. And so I figured I'd go with that as my title. And then that little bag that's down there that I tucked over on the bottom corner of that second picture says reduce, reuse, recycle. And it's on like a carrier bag. And so I thought that would be perfect because it still has the word recycle on it. So it goes along. And of course, I think that fits the going green. I mean, you could do a monochrome green layout if you wanted to do that for this hop. But I thought this was perfect. Now, I make my little butterfly trails with this. It's a Distress Oxide, and I think it's lime, something lime. If you're interested in finding out, let me know and I will tell you. Usually I remember that stuff, but I've done 4 or 5 layouts and literally just voice overed 3 back to back. So, and I think it's 1 or 2 in the morning. Who knows? So anyway, I put some Flair from the Flair Hut on here. I am now going to mat the whole thing. I did trim that down only like a half of, or not even, it's not a half inch trimmed on the top and side. I think it's more like an 1/8 around or something. So here's that sketch one more time by Lisa. I did turn it a little and make a few adjustments that fit me what I wanted to do, but I love the way it turned out. Those little shiny shimmers help. I added that little trail for both of the butterflies. I almost forgot the one on the bottom. Added that little sunshine and the flare from the Flair Hut. I love that it has the globe and the leafy bits on here. And I did a little bit of splattering here, there, and the other, and put some little bits and pieces. And I use my date stamp to stamp the date on there. So that is it. I hope you will go below. There should be a list of the people playing along for the paper crafting YouTubers hop, as well as please go check out Scrap a Sketch on Facebook. She has amazing sketches every Friday. Have a great day and happy scrapping.